So we're back working on this 2011 F150 3.5 Ecoboost, and the bypass valve kit is available from Ford. There's the part number in case you're interested. It's about 110 Canadian, so that's probably about 60 US, and they only had one kit in stock, so we're going to just do the left side for now, but I'm curious to see if this one actually holds vacuum once it's installed, and we're going to put it on and check it the same way as we check the other side and compare. So there's the new valve installed. It comes with new fasteners, a new spring, seal, and a cover. You do have to reuse the little metal reinforcement plate on the outside. And I've got the vacuum pump connected to it so that I can see if it holds vacuum. And as you can see, this thing holds vacuum pretty darn good. Now that might be my vacuum pump leaking off that little bit. I'm gonna pinch the nozzle hose here and see if the vacuum pump is leaking. Yeah, the vacuum pump is leaking a little bit. So I think the other side, which was leaking more so than this one, is probably going to fail soon. The dealer only had one kit in stock, and we'll leave that other side for now until it becomes an issue. At least we know what we're looking for now. If we start to get that weird moaning sound. So all that remains is to put the hose back on, reconnect the electrical plug. Where'd I put the electrical plug? Where'd that harness go? Oh, here it is. And put it back, put the inner fender skirt back in and take it for a road test. Might spray this universal joint with some penetrating fluid because these have a tendency to seize up as well, causing stiff steering. So there's the plastic inner fender liner reinstalled, and I'm looking at this thing now thinking, if I had just folded this back, I probably could have accessed that pressure regulator. Definitely easier with the inner fender skirt out, but I think if I do the other side, or when I do the other side, I'm going to try to access it by just folding the inner fender skirt back slightly and figuring out some way to hold it there while I reach in there. It's not that big of a deal to change that way. The fender skirt is easy enough to take out, but a couple plastic pins, one up there, one there, and then four small screws. But there's a whole bunch of push pins from the top side that hold fuel lines, and not fuel lines, but wiring harnesses and stuff that I have to reinstall. So we're on a road test now after changing that valve, that bypass valve diaphragm. And there's the critical RPM. There's a bit of a tire noise, but that's not the noise we were shooting for. It was like a woot noise. Hum, moan, groan, in around 1800 to 2000 RPM, right around there. And it's quiet as a church mouse right now. So, note to self, experience of that noise again on one of these Ecobooms, simply disconnect the hoses, one on each side at a time. You can reach them from the top or through the wheel well and see if it changes, or use a vacuum pump to see if they hold vacuum. If they don't, replace them. Color fixed.